All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Bagman Gaming video. I'm JJ Martyr.
And I'm Little Jesser.
And we have got another Warframe video for you.
That's right. If the sea of 51 Warframes wasn't enough for you to choose from, we narrowed it down to 3, each of our 3 favorites.
3 picks. We got 3 picks based on what? Aesthetics, the way they can be utilized in a group, right, and just fun factor.
Yeah, you need to love the frame.
You love the frame, you can build the frame, you're going to spend a lot of time with the frame.
Love the frame, love the game.
Love the frame, love the game. So, without further ado, what was your number 3?
All right,
Jesser?
For my number 3, I picked Valbuena.
Oh, Valbuena, okay.
Now, the reason being is A, best crowd control in the game. B, he's just awesome when it comes to being in a group. Just the only reason he's number 3 and not higher is because the guy's an energy drainer, and he's kind of squishy.
Oh, you know, I would add to that too, Little Jesser. I'd probably say he's kind of hard to come by. You know, he's kind of hard to get the parts for.
By kinda, he means really, really hard. Only alert based with that Warframe, meaning you have to be on at the right time, within the right window, have the area unlocked to go to. If you can't find a taxi, good luck, and then manage to put that all together.
Well, and if you get the frame parts, you still got to worry about the Nitane, because he takes a is shit ton an actual amount in Warframe? Yeah, because it takes a shit ton of Nitane to make that guy.
Yeah, so have fun the Prime version, even the regular version. You're talking about Cryo and Oxium and number 3.
Well, what about how he looks, though? I mean, did you tell us about aesthetics?
He looks like
you like the little sideways fuzzy hat
no.
with the little fan in it?
The Gambit hat is wrong. Don't ever equip that piece of aesthetics.
I like the Gambit hat.
But at a default, Valbuena looks like an electrocuting dwarf. He looks like if you could make a dwarf robot that made vortexes. He looks like if he could speak, he'd be like, "How to make vortex!" That's how he would.
I like it.
That's how he would talk.
All right. Move on. What's your number 2? Talk about your number 2. Trinity. You play a hell of a Trin, man.
Nah, thank you. Get a second. I have to pick Trin as number 2 for many, many reasons. A, you can play her however you want.
That's a fact.
However you want. There's so many different builds, which we should make a video on how that works. But you can play her as a tank, a healer, a support class, or the energy vampiring melee damage channel build. Like, it doesn't matter. She's so much fun. But in terms of use and her being in a group, it's like unreal off the chain heals, armor buffs, enemy mob debuffs. Like, everyone at some point needs to get a Trinity.
Yeah, I would argue that for sure. Like, every Warframe player should have a Trinity in their arsenal, just in case.
Yeah. No question about it, because you never know which party you're going to join in that you'll need heals. She is needed at high-end sorties. Must.
And do we talk about how she looks at all?
I mean, she's about average Joe, I'd say, when it comes to uniqueness factor. But, I mean, she's a cool-looking girl Warframe. Her alternate helmets are pretty sweet. She's just an average looking. There's nothing about her, you know, unless you get Trinity Prime, in which case she's baller.
Wow, Trinity Prime is an amazing looking one.
Yeah, she got like spinny helmet. She got the mag helmet thing going on a Trinity thing with really cool like connected. She's just awesome looking.
And some of the aesthetic skins that you can purchase outside of the you know, for plat.
Those you can make her look like a freaking angel flying Halo thing.
Right? She's awesome.
Yeah, cool.
But before I know that you were gonna get to your number 1 here, you know, shortly. But I mean, you had an honorable mention that you were talking about off camera.
That's right.
What's your honorable mention?
Before I bring out the big guns, I gotta bring in the fact I love me and the Necros.
Necros is pretty awesome.
I wanted to put him on the list, but he's he doesn't bring out the damage, so to speak, that some of these other frames are talking about can do, or the heals or anything. But you need a Necros in a party too if you're doing any farming. Having Desecrate, getting twice as much loots, being able to fear enemies and revive your homies. You can get a Soul Punch augment where you can literally revive your homies by Soul Punching.
Right, awesome. That's dope.
And summoning 7 dudes, like all around, cool looking Warframe. Looks like the freaking Grim Reaper mage guy. He's fun as hell. You gotta get used to the squishy factor, not gonna lie. But he's fun, looks cool, and he's really useful.
Well, let me ask you this too: do you use any specific Sentinel or like companion type with Necros when you're playing him?
Okay, not really, but once you get farther in Warframe, everyone realizes Kavats. There's not even a question in the game as to what Sentinel you'll use. We had so many different Sentinels set up for specific purposes, and then the Kavat came along. You get better loots. You can do critical damage. You can do. It turns invisible. It will open. It does everything always. Just you don't get carrier loot. Deal with it. You get better stuff.
Yeah.
Kavat always every frame.
All right.
But with Necros especially.
So there's your so Necros is your honorable mention.
Right.
Let's hear it. Let's hear your number one.
Okay, so I shouldn't even have to say it. Nidus.
Oh, right. Nidus. Yes.
And the reason is self-explanatory to anyone who has Nidus. I mean, you should have picked Nidus as your number one. That's what I'm saying.
Nidus is amazing.
You can kill groups of infest. You can if there's a frame that you want to solo with, it's Nidus. Need some extra O cells to build stuff, go run 45 minutes of survival by yourself on Saturn.
But how does he work with a group? I mean, if you're going to sit there and talk about group dynamics, how does he?
All right, fine. I have a number 4 for you. You heal the entire party. You can summon Magus to deal damage. Oh, need him in the group. CC, just put up this weird infested little ball of tentacle thing. He's Hydroid 2.0. And just sucks them all in. You can even get an augment mod to build some cool explosion builds. Like, Nidus is awesome. And if you need those extra stacks, you can link with your damage dealing homies. You can link to an enemy mob so it takes the damage for you.
But we got to get real here with you guys that are watching this video. I mean, as far as Bagman Gaming is concerned, we know that I'm the pretty one. That's why Little Jesser does such a good job at making his frames look prettier than my frames.
Right.
And I guess we need to talk about the aesthetics of Nidus.
Well, if getting pretty is your worry, look no further than the creepy alien part-changing Nidus. If you like that unique vibe that Warframe kind of has, he's not humanoid whatsoever. And I mean that the more stacks he gets, he looks like an infested. I mean, his parts, his headpiece will turn into like this cool looking. It's just sick.
And his colors are great too, with the Garden of Love or whatever. Yeah. It's got the Garden of Love.
Yeah, his number 4 is what we call the Garden of Love, but you can color that. His Nidus looks like it's from James Cameron's Avatar.
Yeah.
With the green and blues.
Well, and another thing that we didn't mention off camera with the Nidus is how you can transform one of your Kubros into.
Yes.
When you get Nidus, you can actually utilize him.
If you're a Nidus diehard boy, you can look. It's the most messed up thing in the game, but it's so much fun. You can shove an infested cyst into a puppy's egg. Because puppies have eggs in this game.
Yeah.
You can murder an innocent puppy child egg that turn it into a zombie dog that is equally as cute. Zombie.
Yeah.
Well, mine looks awesome. His looks like a sissy. Mine's like this big infested charger dog, and his looks like this little.
I got one that's smaller than a Kavat.
Yeah.
It's just a little tiny, but it's still cool.
So you can literally have your fanboy Nidus infested frame and a pet to match. It's so cool. He's got to be my number 1.
I like it. I like it.
So, me, some more me. What's your number 3?
Well, my number 3, I do. So my number 3 is an oldie but a goodie. It's one of my old favorites.
All right.
I chose Ash for my number 3.
Okay, the space ninja of
right?
death.
And I like to make mine look a little bit like Snake Eyes because I got the dark sunglasses on him from the special helmet. And, he looks great. He looks like he could kick the shit out of the Stalker.
Yeah,
like
stealthing's half the battle.
He's huge, like he's got the big shoulders and he's buff.
Yeah,
and he's just a badass. Like he's fast. He's got good armor. Like he's just tough. And now with the way they did a rework on him,
that number 4's OP now.
Yeah, he can send ninja clones of himself to go attack other people.
Yeah.
So he is really cool. I really like it.
That's awesome. Yep.
I mean, my original Ash, I think I had 4 Forma on or something like that. Now that you have Ash Prime, you don't have to Forma him at all to make him super powerful.
Yeah. Well, if he's your number 3, which I think that was an awesome pick, who's the number 2?
Oh boy. Now see, number 2, I got to go back old school too. And number 2 is a favorite of mine, my very, very first frame, Mag.
Oh.
I know, I chose Mag, but I had to choose Mag. Mag is, she's a great frame, man. She's got great crowd control abilities.
Oh, sorry.
I love the way Mag looks. I think that she just she looks like a powerful spellcaster, and I just like that aspect of her. She's got the universe in her face mask.
Yeah, I'll give her helmets are cool.
And I don't like it. I think that she's great, and I don't think there's anybody that can destroy a room of Corpus or Void enemies like Mag. If you play Mag right and you're not trying to do the crush thing, although the crush augment is almost a necessity if you're fighting infested with her. Yeah. I think that she's great. I really like Mag.
Okay, all right. I'll stop being a Mag hater. She's a Corpus death.
She is, and she will take out a Bursa like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, those things can get annoying at high levels.
Just drop a magnetism on it, have everybody around him shooting it, and to hell with it.
All right. So before you spill the beans, give us your honorable mention.
Okay, my honorable mention, guys. Trust me when I say that this was my honorable mention before any recent knowledge was released of the game or anything.
I already know what it is.
My honorable mention is Zephyr.
I don't know this guy.
I couldn't put Zephyr on my list because Zephyr, first of all, she is the ugliest frame in the game.
Yes.
They did it. I mean, she's awful to look at.
She looks like a bird, maybe.
Yeah, sort of. Like she has like
a bad ostrich.
Right. She's just terrible in a group. Like she doesn't. She
has nothing useful. For the party.
I mean you might like to use her in like a excavation or something when you can zip across the map to grab a power cell and zip back or something. Right. But like
I can see that.
There's no real argument there because like her crowd control sucks, her buff sucks.
Yeah,
like
so why in the hell did you pick her?
I had to pick her because she's just so much damn fun.
Okay, all right.
She's so much fun. Like, I have her modded with all the drift mods, so she's really graceful in the air. I literally get power back while I'm flying in the air so I can keep flying.
I like it.
And I really do like to just kind of send her up in the air and drop bombs on people and snipe people from the air.
Yeah, so purely the fun factor.
The fun factor I had to mention.
All right.
And, now that they've released what they've released, she looks pretty rad.
Okay, fair enough. Did they fix the aesthetics?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she looks like a badass now.
Well, that's sweet.
Yes.
All right, now you've given us all the goodies. What's the final? Who takes the jewel and the crown?
Well, I got to tell you, this one is group utilization's badass. I got to tell you, she looks like a freaking space pirate, especially if you give her a rapier.
Sounds awesome.
She deals damage like there's no tomorrow.
Who the hell is it?
Mesa.
Mesa.
I love me some Mesa.
Mesa's awesome.
Mesa is a great frame. She is great to buff the party because she has a number 2 ability that actually jams the guns of the enemies or stuns them if they've got melee weapons.
Yeah.
And it gives her a damage increase, and it can jump to your friends. So that's a great buff. She also has a shield that reflects bullets back at the enemies that are shooting at you.
Yeah.
And her number 4 blasts the shit out of everything on the screen. If you want to just destroy shit, you number 4 and you vaporize stuff. But at number 4, listen to this. It's silent. So if you're in a spy mission, you just hit number 4 and you can shoot everything and stay silent.
No way.
Or you can shoot through a limbo field. if Limbo's got a bubble up,
that's a real good thing.
You can blast everything outside of it.
Yeah.
Because it's an ability, not a weapon. Even though as an ability, it goes off of the weapons that you have on your secondaries.
Right.
You know, it doesn't go off the weapons. Excuse me. It goes off the mods in the weapons.
Right.
It's still an ability, so you can utilize it in different ways, and not just running around and not giving anybody a chance to play like I do. Anyway,
it says the guy who chose Mag in Zephyr.
Anyways, guys, that's it, man. That's my 3. That's his 3.
We got a Mesa lover and a Nidus fan over here.
Absolutely, and you guys should probably try those frames out. And you know what we would like to hear? We would like to hear what your favorite 3 frames are, whether or not you agree or disagree with us.
Do you even have to write if you disagree with his frame picks?
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places.
Stop hating on my man.
He's the pretty one.
Anyways, leave your comments in the comment section.
Yeah, definitely. Please give us some love, give us some hate. If you enjoyed our video, please subscribe to the channel and like it. If you didn't enjoy the video, don't hit the thumbs down button.
Yeah, for crying out loud. Don't just
Who does that? Just keep going. If you hit dislike, we dislike you.
That's right. But we do have a Twitch channel you can check out.
That's right. And an awesome Discord channel that you should check out and talk with us live. Join the Bagman Mafia. We got Facebook and Instagram page. Everything's going to be linked in the description of this video.
All right, man. Thank you guys very much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Yes.